going to try and push for him to be a permanent commentator. It is none other than PeetyG. PeetyG, thank you so much for helping me out here today with casting.
It's always fun, man. Always a pleasure.
So right now we are seeing Regulators and Vox Eminor. Regulators having Sniper in the lineup, who was a former Vox Eminor teammate. This is going to be yet again another grudge match between these two teams, or so we can call it. But realistically, both these teams, the players, they respect each other enormously. You know, and it's almost like it's probably better to see this sort of this grand final. It's more fitting in a way. So yeah, look, I cannot wait for this game to commence here, PeetyG.
I guess it's always the way you want any day of CS to unfold. You want the upsets throughout the day, teams beating teams they shouldn't, the excitement of that. But ultimately, everyone wants to see the top two seeds in the final slugging it out for their place, because they've been the best two teams all day, and they're going to give us the best showing in the final. So there's no reason why we wouldn't want this game to happen. We've had great showouts from a lot of teams today, proving that the scene is alive, kicking, and absolutely well. But these guys, who are all a bit at the top of OCS now, Vox Eminor especially, but more recently, Regulator team being on top, you know, they look to push further forward. And as always, there's a bit of emotion in this game. Sniper, obviously the ex-Vox Eminor member, faces off against his old team, and you can't help but think to yourself, Sniper's a winner, because he's left the best team in Australia only to appear instantly in another final. So Ian doing a great job of bouncing back and playing great CS all day. And with the still PZ kid payback and Offnu playing alongside him, this could be a pretty tough match. But if we were going to predict a winner, I would have to say Vox Eminor, but I would be absolutely uncertain of the scores or how many maps it'll take for Vox Eminor to secure victory. But I do think that lightning won't strike twice here for Regulators, and Vox will come away with the win.
Just on that one though, Petey, we've seen all day, Regulators haven't had that. They've had some close games, haven't they? They've had some really close games, some tough games. Vox, on the other hand, they've had, I don't like to use the term easy, but they haven't had to struggle too hard throughout. So how much is that going to actually have a play on it, with Vox having a easy run through to the finals? Regulators have had some tough games.
Yeah, I mean, there's always two sides to this coin. People always argue that if you play a tough game before a final, it's better for you because you're engaged in the game, or if you play an easy game before a final, it's better because you get on a roll and you're really confident. Look, I just think it boils down to knowing the significance of the game, knowing the significance of the round that you're playing, and making appropriate decisions to make sure that you put your team in the best position to win. Not necessarily your best position to frag, but the best position for your team to win. And I think that's the reason that Vox has so many easy games, is because they're a very team-orientated team who make decisions for the winning of the round rather than the big frags. But Regulators have proven themselves to be well on that line, and they've been outstanding for at least 3 or 4 months now. And this knife round, you know, not the most important in the world. It just depends on which maps get vetoed. So it's a bit laissez-faire as everyone goes in for the knife kills. But Vox Eminor taking it out. So the tactics here will be interesting because, you know, now Vox can either choose whether or not, yeah, okay, so Vox taking the B team, which means that the Regulators team will pick the first map to be vetoed and also pick the first map of the game, with Vox picking the second map of the best of 3 series and edging, you know, giving them the option of choosing the closeout map that they want. So at the moment, Dust 2 gets taken off the table, Inferno taken off the table, which means left we've got Mirage, Train, Cache, and Nuke left there to play. Train gets off the table as well. Now we're limiting this down, so it'll be interesting to see. These guys should take out Mirage, I should think. Oh, my bad.
Nope,
They've
we're going
actually
straight
picked
to
Mirage.
Mirage.
That's what I meant to say. I meant to say they'd pick Mirage.
Nah, that's all good, Petey. Look, we've just seen we've witnessed the maps being vetoed out. Train is out of the picture. Vox Eminor, that shouldn't phase them, nevertheless. I mean, Vox Eminor are a good team on any map. It's just basically the team itself can hold itself together and, pull themselves out of trouble no matter what the situation is. Regulators, maybe the takeout of Train, primarily because they might be not as good as Vox Eminor on that map. So giving themselves a better chance at playing a map that they have a chance at beating Vox Eminor on. Mirage, now, Regulators are well renowned to be good players, a good team on this map, demonstrated by the results they pulled in last season of season 3. So it's going to be interesting enough to see if this new lineup adapts to the Regulators' unorthodox playstyle and how the team actually, like Vox Eminor for example, how they actually communicate with each other on the CT side. But again, Regulators have got some brilliant shooters, like the likes of Sniper and Offenu filling in the spots there with PeetyG, Payback, and is still leading the way. Regulators, they're a top contender team to actually take this out and make a big upset. I'm hoping it's going to happen. I'm hoping Regulators win a map of Vox Eminor and push this to a best of 3 game, just because we need a fitting end to the grand final, and yeah, it'd be awesome.
Yeah, OCS never fails to provide its twists and turns, and now we see Sniper facing off against his old team. I mean, Sniper's just not an aim god. He's a very switched on guy in the game. How much information will he be giving his team about holds? Because there are always key things that indicate the strategy. So Sniper might pick up on stuff that Vox are doing, especially on their T side, that many other players, given his insights into the team, many players may not know about, and may work to the advantage of Regulators. I see all the matches being played as close games, and if they're not close, then the score won't be close, but the rounds themselves should be pretty close. But again, Regulators have a lineup that can contend with Vox, as they've seen, and Vox have the best team in the country, I believe. So it's going to be down to the wire, and it's going to come down to who wants it more at this point, and not just from a wanky sort of, oh, how bad do you want it, boys, haha, Roffy 2G sort of way. I mean, what sort of decisions will they be making this late in the day? Are they accustomed to, both these teams have made many finals before, but this is the sort of thing where, when the day boils down to it, when it's 13-all, who makes the critical decisions to decide outcomes of rounds? You just can't look that far into the future, and I think that ultimately, Vox will be better off in those situations, but it's going to be a belter of a final.
Awesome stuff, PeetyG, and once again, your insight is just top of the class there. Now, we do see the knife round going live underway. Ladies and gentlemen, this game has gone live right now. This is the grand final, the best of the 3 in this ODC competition, and it is the knife round, believe it or not. On the A side here on the Mirage, teams are battling it out in the knife round to decide which side they start on, and it looks like Regulators have got the better of Vox Eminor in that knife round and won it. So you would almost think Regulators would opt to choose CT, just purely for the fact of getting rounds earlier on in the game, in the first half, and having that lead set. So it puts more pressure back onto Vox Eminor.
Yeah, tight matchup. I mean, these pistol rounds are so crucial. Being in a team that doesn't notoriously win a lot of pistol rounds, you really start to see the value in the position it sort of puts you in. If you can, get both pistol rounds on the board, it's basically 6-0 up before the game even starts. So such huge emphasis put on these rounds by both teams. For the Regulator guys, it'll be starting CT strong and working their way into the game. For Vox Eminor, it'll be putting early rounds on the board that they can hopefully cash in on next half by putting the pressure on early. As the T's splinter away as going mid with 4 of his teammates going into the B corridors, and the Regulators team are fighting them in the corridor, but as you'll see, Havoc is in good position, almost will pick up a kill. They don't see PeetyG there though. PeetyG is in an excellent position to make plays late in the round. Does he have the patience to stay there? Vox Eminor working B over, but let's see where the bomb is going. Top Gun and Vox with their signature fake and rotate. But the real killer here, Justin JKS Savage, making his way already into CT spawn. He goes back into B. With the positioning of Justin, if he gets a kill here, will be crucial to opening up this A bomb site. What can he do? Where can Justin find this kill as he's maneuvering himself around? Payback's got a fair idea of where he is, but what will go down here as Justin does find Ofnu in a bit of a spam battle there. Justin winning it out and now completely opening up the round for his team as the bomb should go down. Top Gun will plant that bomb. Payback with a double kill here. So a 2v2, very huge round here. Azar and Azard, what can they pull off? The Vox Eminor players as Payback can't find Top Gun, and the positioning here will be too good. Azard, you are a star. 2 kills there, 3 for Justin on the pistol, and it was all about Justin's positioning there, opening up the round for Vox Eminor. But, you know, a class pistol there and taken all the way down to the wire by some credible aim late in the round by Payback. But Vox start just the way they finished in the last game, picking up that pistol round.
Definitely a brilliant start to Vox Eminor, and as we saw, Payback trying to do some damage there and keep the dream alive for Regulators. We do go into the second round with a complete stack push at mid by the Regulator boys, and already the Vox Eminor guys have made their way into A side. The guns are up, they're blazing, they're annihilating Regulators. Right there and then. We do see the last player standing, which is Ofnu. What can he do in this sort of situation with only a silenced USP? Has no chance, no hope of winning that. And we did see a bit of a TK happen from one of the boys there. Not sure who it was. I did miss that.
Payback with 1.9k. That hurts them purely because Payback is their AWP specialist. So next round he's looking pretty low on the money. I imagine he still will get dropped an AWP by Sniper, although Sniper's made a name for himself today with the AWP as well. So who knows here? Mid push coming in onto Havoc, but Havoc strong there, holding it up. He will get 2 kills. Wait for the third. There it is. Havoc showing some nice discipline, but a good push there. Just not finding the kill. You know, that round can turn on its head if they kill Havoc early and pick up the gun. Havoc being disciplined there, keeping his rifle, keeping his life, and putting Sniper in a pretty much unwinnable situation. Full eco, 5 versus 1, bomb down. But, you know, what can Sniper do? Can he pick up a kill? Top Gun has spotted him, and no, Top Gun Azard will take him down. But now we enter a very telling round with now that TK coming to the forefront because Payback will not be able to afford that AWP. So you can see there, he's got a rifle. He'd love an AWP in this stage, I can imagine. But, you know, it's not too big of a deal. Vox Eminor opting not to AWP. So let's see how this gets broken down.
Righto, so round 4 is underway. The first buy round, tradition as always, you know, both teams will go at it, but they'll start off the rounds extremely slow, just working picks here around the site and trying to create no window of opportunity to make a big play. We do see Vox Eminor boys kind of grouped up here at the B halls, and smokes are going off and that, and the vision's being completely cut off. So that's extremely well played by the Regulator boys. Payback in the opening frag, and then Top Gun from T-Ram also dishing out some damage onto Ofnu. It's a 4v4 situation now. Vox Eminor still a player down with Regulators still looking pretty good at the moment. Payback around the mid-con area takes out AZR, and all of a sudden Vox Eminor started to drop like flies. PeetyG manages to pick off a cheeky frag there onto JKS, and now we're seeing Top Gun and Sponge, the last 2 players alive for Vox Eminor. Top Gun keeping the dream alive, pushes his way through to underpass here, and we do see the over-rotation, or the rotation happening by Vox Eminor, and now it's heading backwards into B halls. But look at this, it's still heard the footsteps causing that noise, and now is picking this, reading the play so well here, and the last 2 players, Sponge and Top Gun, pushing the B carpets. Is still picks up the first frag. Can he pick up the second? No. Payback's there to back him up, And the first round will go towards Regulators, but what a way to start off the bye round. I mean, they did lose a couple of guns, but well done to them for keeping composed. And this is going to prove very interesting now to see what Vox Eminor plays in the next round.
Yeah, Havoc decided to play solo mid there, which did cost his team. However, this round, he's got a good idea of how the CTs are going to step up, and he's now got that AWP, so it'll be interesting to see what Havoc chooses to do with that AWP, as he will, he sees one in window, loses a bit of HP, that guy is stuck there in window. Havoc missing the AWP shot, but he does have intel on 2 of the whereabouts of the CTs here. And with that information, you can see Top Gun in a great position on T-Ramp, about to shoot someone in the side. And just to get the kill, rare miss from Top Gun, although the grenade won't find him either. 2 players hanging on by a thread for Regulators, and the pressure is being applied evenly across the map as we look at Justin looking at B/short, 3 people in mid/A. Sponge is making a good read here, going back to A, although Sniper and Offnu wait in hope that they can get that bomb down. Offnu TK Sniper, not sure what happened there. Azza quickly onto Offnu, and it's all left up to PeetyG Kid, who won't have much success crawling through that window. Justin taking him down, but Offnu there with the TK hamstrings the money, and a definite double eco here for CTs means that Vox will race out to a 4-1 lead, but could be 6-1 by the time all is said and done after these ecos.
Regulators with that TK is going to bite them in the butt here. Now with Vox Eminor all arsenaled up, we do see the AWP at hand with in the hands of Havoc, and we do see a bit of a stack on A site from the Regulators players. Will this pan out for him? So Vox Eminor doing a split pick, taking control of mid with the 1 at T-Ramp and the 1 at B Carpets, just checking out, reading what Regulators are doing, and trying to find out some intel here. We do have the 1 player from Apartments on the flank to T-Ramp. That is Sniper, managing to work his way there, but Top Gun too strong in the end with the AK payback. Picks up a frag onto Havoc, takes him out of the picture, but that's not going to do much here for Vox Eminor. Already made their way into B site, and PeetyG Kid manages to take out Top Gun, finally ending his rampage. So now it's a 3v3 situation. We do see Regulators now opting to try and retake the site, but it's still a fall so short here, and now makes it a 3 versus 2 situation. Offnu around the short area, waiting for that peek to happen from Sponge, and Sponge getting the better of him, taking him out of the picture. Sponge throwing his AK just over the bridge, trying to bait out any more shots, but PeetyG Kid has managed to pick himself an AK, and will opt to save for the next round going in. PeetyG, with the picks against Vox Eminor, do we see the economy getting better for Regulators, or do we still see another save round coming?
There'll definitely be another save round coming after this round finishes. They should, at least 4 of them, apart from PeetyG Kid who survived, will have between 3-3 and 3-7. Not 100%. There we go. So 4 players having between 3-3 and 3-7. Really not enough to push a bye this early in the game. Late on, you might choose to go for it, but those CZs have been so prolific all day for almost every team, so they will probably opt up with that as we see 1 PZ, 1 P250, and of course that AK PeetyG Kid saved. So it'll be an interesting round here as they move into mid to see what Vox end up doing.
So here we go, we've got the aggressive play happening by Regulators once more, taking mid control. Sponge with the grenade that takes out payback, and good stuff for Vox Eminor, holding their own against this eco round, but PeetyG Kid with the AK gets it. Does he get a second frag here? As Offnu tag teams with payback, manages to pick up 1. Offnu manages to pick up a second. PeetyG Kid falling short. It is a 1 versus 2 situation. Bomb bin dropped down. Top Gun comes out on top, takes out Offnu from the flank from window, and now we see another buy round at hand in the towards Regulators. This is going to be interesting to see what they actually buy now, and how they're going to play out these next rounds, as they need to start regaining some momentum. Vox Eminor are just walking all over Regulators at this present time.
Yeah, Payback needs to get aggressive with that AWP and put his mark on the round before it even has a chance to start. So let's see what he decides to do with that one. As he's running towards the T-Con to get the shot up mid, he will find no such luck, as Vox Eminor leaving it completely blank at this stage in the round. Very quick. Now, it looks as though Vox will be grouping up based on the information on the minimap to do a structured A take. Here come the smokes. Here come the flashes. Offnu all by his lonesome, trapped underneath the balcony there. Payback doing his best to try and help him out, but he is smoked off. And Payback through that smoke with a good kill. Won't find any other success. Offnu doing damage underneath the balcony. He's still alive. That's crucial play there from Offnu, repositioning himself in the bomb site. Won't help him though, as Havoc takes him down. Ustillo with a good kill there onto Havoc. But the T's do appear to have control of the bomb site. PeetyG Kid takes that control away. And Vox Eminor get their A take pretty much booked there. But, you know, the money advantage is still huge for Vox. So a good win, a good entry again there. Payback crucial with that AWP at the start of the round. That's what they missed the first gun round because of the TK.
So here we go. Regulators managing to get another win on the board. It is 2-6 in favour of Vox Eminor. Vox Eminor off to a brilliant start on the T side here. Payback with the AWP takes out Havoc. A great start for the Regulators in this round here. So Payback with an AWP at hand. Can he cause any more damage for Regulators here against Vox Eminor? It is 4 versus 5. We do see the Vox E boys spread out quite a bit around the map here. The one in particular, Top Gun pushing balcony, gets taken out by Offnu. Offnu reading the play well, and now we're seeing a 3 versus 5. Make that a 3 versus 4 situation, and now we're making it a 1 versus 4 situation. The frags coming from Offnu and Ustillo is just superb here, and all of a sudden we're back onto JKS. All eyes are on him, the newly added Vox Eminor superstar in the making. What can he do here? 54 seconds left on the clock. Gets the frag onto Offnu, but Payback too strong in the end with that AWP. Manages to pick up another frag, and that'll end another round in favour of Regulators. And this is what I was talking about. Regulators need to start changing up something and start regaining momentum. And this is exactly what these guys are doing. They've just managed to put Vox Eminor into a save round here. So let's see how this pans out.
Yeah, great work there by Payback, identifying the parts of the map where he can get good kills, but without really putting himself in too much danger. Getting that mid kill, which is crucial as the CTs will, I think, roll through this eco, saving some ridiculously huge round from Justin in carpet, which doesn't look like he's going to get, being spotted there. Top Gun and Justin left to do the damage, as Azard won't get a kill in carpet. Bomb down, the whereabouts of Justin is known, so an easy shot out there, so he does find Offnu with a headshot from that ridiculous pistol. It's the most broken gun in the history of Counter-Strike, but everyone's got access to it, so it's an even playing field.
It's like a hand cannon, literally. Like you got an AWP, you need 2 hands to hold that gun. Yeah,
you know, in a choke point, it's as good as a rifle in for the first 5 or 6 seconds of an engagement, and it costs $300. So, whew, tough work.
Not a bad gun, you know, when you look at it in that perspective. But nevertheless, we do go into another round, 4-6 in favour of Vox Eminor. Losing a couple of rounds there. Regulators actually managing to bring this game back and regain some momentum. And now we see the action happening at mid. Havoc with that first frag onto Ustillo doing a death-defying jump there, not making the distance. Payback with the AWP frag onto AZR. But he still does have Havoc and Top Gun lurking around top of mid. Top Gun with the AWP, the AWP, the man himself. Can he pull off some massive shots here and put Vox Eminor back into the driving seat? It is 4-4 at the moment, and Regulators holding up the play here, playing extremely well. And we spoke about this before in the last game. They know how to be so disciplined, not overextending or peaking, and not allowing Vox Eminor to get any cheap frags here. So Vox Eminor really have to work hard to try and win these rounds. Havoc gets another frag onto Payback and now traded off by Sniper. So once again we see this player-based ratio evened up 3-3, and we do have the 1-player solo. That is Offnu under balcony here. He's going to be met by JKS, taken out, and now it's a 2 versus 3 with Vox Eminor opting to push into A site, and now it's left up to a retake situation with Sniper and PeetyG Kid, the WA-based gamers, left to retake this site and try and win this round here for Regulators. Can they pull this off here with Top Gun, Sponge, and JKS still alive and still kicking it? Now we got the PeetyG Kid pushing his way into construction. He's gonna Mikko says he's gonna find that frag, finds the second, comes out of nowhere, picks up the third. PeetyG Kid just on fire at the moment against the best team in Oz, pulls off a massive 3K to win that clutch round.
Yeah, just excellent play there by PeetyG Kid. I mean, he got himself in a great position. The guy in CT spawn for Vox probably should have got that kill, but, you know, nobody's perfect. He does miss, and PeetyG makes him pay. And at this level, when you're playing against a team like Vox or in a final of any kind, you only really ever get one chance to make your kill before your opposition will make you pay for it indefinitely. As Payback again continues to terrorize mid, killing Havoc again, and he's really opening up the rounds for his team. Payback, as he's put under enormous pressure here, though he does double up, will lose his life to Sponge, but I feel Payback's done enough, as well as give that information all left up to Justin. Justin will be trapped. He's going to be forced out. 4 CTs converge on JKS, and bomb down. I don't like to use the word impossible because, you know, we put a man on the moon, anything can happen. But Justin Savage is in a world of pain in terms of trying to win this round. Half HP trapped. He should really look to save, but unorthodox player Justin is. He does go for the kill and is met by all 4 of his opponents and doesn't manage to get anything going.
So unfortunate enough, JKS falls short, and we do see Regulators now leveling the scoreboard 6-6, and this has been such an epic first half on this first map here. Regulators Payback with that AWP. He is the key player for this team so far in this first map here. With his AWP picks, it puts so much pressure back onto Vox Eminor to try and work even harder to get that trade-off kill. And at the moment, it's just not working.
Yeah, we've seen all day, no matter who's playing, Vox Eminor or the first couple of rounds of the day, the team who controls the map with that AWP has been the team that's come on top time and time again. OzCS is so structured around getting those first round kills and getting those all picks, just the way we play, that any team that can master that, which is why teams like Trident and the new Mecha team with Ricker, they've had so much success, as Payback and Regulators have, and also Top Gun and Vox Eminor. That AWP is just crucial, and Payback proving it for his team here by, I'm going to say, he's probably got about 7 or 8 first kills of each round to open the map right up for his team, and doing a great job. As let's see what happens here as Vox try and clue into what he's doing. They smoke off mid.
We've got a bit of action happening at the T ramp there, and sorry about that PeetyG, but we've got Top Gun lurking around Tetris and just gets spotted out by Sniper, combined up with Opnu taking out that T ramp. And again, Vox Eminor lose a player early on in the round here. This is going to prove so crucial for the Vox E boys to try and regain control, as we see the Regulator boys press on. Now the 2 players at B Carpet's holding it out. Istillo with that sharp line down, PeetyG backing him up. Now Sniper on the early rotate. So we get the sense that Regulators are picking up on where Vox Eminor are and just moving accordingly. But again, Vox Eminor with that 1 player in apartment there, and that is JKS. Can he pull off a play here and cause Regulators to over-rotate and leave Vox Eminor winner of opportunity to execute? But no action happening at Big Carpets, with Distillo picking up a frag before going down to Havoc, and now we're left in a 3 versus 4 situation. Havoc trying to progress through Big Carpets, gets shut down by PeetyG, and now it's a 2 versus 5. This is it. Sponge and JKS. What can these 2 superstars do here? Regulators player numbering Vox Eminor at the moment. PeetyG will pick up a frag, and that'll be it. Payback with the final frag with that AWP. This is it. The last round in the first half. Regulators have stepped it up once more and taken it to the Titans of esports here.
Yeah, definitely. Regulators were 6-1 down and have turned this around to maybe even win 9-6 or 8-7 regardless. They still take the half. As the first time today that I've seen Top Gun and Havoc actually picking up 2 AWPs, 1 each there. So let's see if they can get any advantage as the main man for Regulators goes down. Payback, who's been so deadly with that AWP. Havoc gets the best of him, and you can instantly see Havoc is on the lam back to A. We're going to see a full execution without having Payback lurking around that staircase. He's been so damaging all day. Vox will pick this up now, and Top Gun finding Opnu, who was a little in the open there as he crouched in the middle of nowhere just in front of that smoke. The bomb will go down, but Azad is an absolute machine. He takes down another player and another player before Astillo has a chance to get onto Azza. But Astillo is in such a, an unwinnable spot here. Everyone knows where he is. He's got to run up a really narrow choke point to try and win this round, and I just don't think he's going to have the legs to get through. And sure enough, 4 beats 1, and that round goes to Havoc for the initial pid, but Azard, as always, proving that if you give him an AWP and you don't make him move around, he's going to make you pay.
Wow, we just saw the end of that first half. Top Gun going ballistic and picking up 3 frags in the end there with that AWP, so doing some heavy damage. We do see Vox Eminor now starting on the CT side with Regulators back on the T side. This is the piss around for the second half. A round that is going to be so crucial and important for both teams here as they look to press on with the lead and take momentum take momentum as early as possible. AZR picking up the opening frag onto Stillo, so shots have been fired and the connection's been made. AZR, great stuff for Vox Eminor. Can they capitalise on this? Regulators to play it down already so soon into the game here, and we see an action happening at mid. Smokes are going off, flashbangs are going off. The push through mid-con is commencing. JKS lurking at the back of A side. ASR picking up another frag, doing the work for Vox Eminor. And now we see a 3 versus 5 situation. Can Vox Eminor pull this off? JKS with the 2 pistol frags. Sniper, the ex-Vox Eminor member, gets completely demolished there at the end. And now we see Vox Eminor with the pistol round 1. They go into the next round full bought up with Regulators in a bit of a pickle at the moment.
Yeah, the Regulators guys will definitely be on 2 ecos here. I think they've elected to... They've got P250s and that CZ. So they've gone for just a $300 eco here, no armor. But unless they get the bomb down this round, they will be double. And I think that it's fair to say that all eyes should be on Sponge and Azza as they defend this site. All the T's crammed up. Here we go. What can Sponge do? Does some damage, falls off. As the T's come in, Sponge 1, Azza 1. And Sponge will continue to stay alive. But as it goes down, Sponge calmly finishing off the round with his pistol. And was always going to be Sponge doing the damage there as he got himself in a good position. But another eco there because of no plant yet for the T's. So just as this sort of runs into another pretty monotonous round, I think what the T's have to do to get back into the game is get payback that AWP and maybe get him picking A ramp or A carpets and try and get someone playing aggressively from Vox. I just don't see him winning that mid battle against the mid or the mid-con AWPer. So getting a pick on T-ramp or T-carpets would be crucial. But again, action driving here towards the B side of things as Sponge has let them get all the way close. This could be very dangerous. Oh. And PZ Kid snapping Sponge right in the head. Payback taking down Azza. This is the kind of round that RGL are completely capable of and have pulled off time and time again. PZ Kid doing the work there, not getting the kill. Smartly passes his Famous off to someone with high health. And that was a great move as we see Sniper pushing behind the 2 ex-teammates of his, doing the work. Can he get the kill? Doesn't get it. But, wow, what a stunning turnaround win there from the Regulators guys. Turning this game on its head. Now all of a sudden, Vox Eminor are the ones looking like they have a shortage on the money.
Wow, what a round by Regulators, coming back with that round and, basically putting Vox Eminor into a save round, but also in a position where Regulators capitalise on this round. They see themselves in the lead by 1 round, but that could be the difference here in this game to winning or losing. And so Vox Eminor opting to go for a CZ buy here. The first frag going towards PZ Kid, picking it up. And now we see a 4v5 situation. In these sort of situations, Vox Eminor don't have a lot to play with other than just hoping for the best with their pistols and hopefully getting a surprise frag here and there. But Regulators are just too cautious at the moment, and I spoke too soon. Top Gun with that push takes out PZ Kid. Now it's a 4v4 play situation, and now Top Gun with the silence M4. This is going to prove even more difficult for Regulators, so they have to be cautious here as the push from short has been commenced by Astillo, picking up a frag on Top Gun, but going down. Now Payback on the burst here, picking up another frag onto Azza, and all of a sudden we're seeing Regulators once again taking full control of B site with just the 1 player left, and that is Havoc sitting on 4 HP, doing the smart play here, trying to save that M4, so we should see Regulators sooner than later on the hunt to try and hunt down Havoc and retrieve that M4.
The next round of the game will be absolutely huge. And Vox managed to struggle around away from the team with momentum at the moment. Because once Regulators start getting a taste for, closing out the game, they're extremely hard to slow down. And with this round, as I said, payback crucial in this pick. I should suggest that he drops that M4 to someone without a gun and buys his own orb. Will we see that happen? He does not. He's elected to save the money, which is actually okay at this point, given that the Regulators side are up. But we see no orb from CT, and not enough money to be able to afford that. So AK's on M4s here. Full buy round for both teams. As we branch off into a pretty default looking around there. 2 going up as B, 2 going to the A-bomb side, 1 sticking around in mid for the Ts. And of course, the Voxy players spread evenly across the map, trying to shut down the early push. But, who knows where this round will go.
Definitely. The smokes are going off at T-Ramp and at the end of B Carpet, so once again, vision being completely cut off here for the Regulator boys to try and get a pick. Vox Eminor playing this out well. Just holding very tight, close range kind of combat style, but not over peaking or exposing themselves too much. Top Gun does get the opening frag onto PeetyG, followed up with Havoc with that nade frag. All of a sudden, Regulators on the back foot here in a 3 versus 5 situation, but here we go, action about to happen at the B side with AZR lurking around Van. Does get the frag onto Offman. The bomb has been planted though, and without Vox Eminor knowing this, Regulators do get some money from the bomb being planted, but AZR is there to mop things up. The retake was successful with no player lost on Vox Eminor's behalf, so such a clean round by Vox Eminor. And now the scores are level 10-10, with Regulators still able to buy up next round. Question is, what are they going to buy, and how are they going to play the next round?
Yeah, great work there for the consolidation of their money from Vox. So got a little bit of cash in the bank, which means they can buy next round even if they lose this one. And as we look across the other side, the Ts are sort of strapped for cash now. So this is going to be a very tilting round in terms of which way this game ends up going. The team who controls the money controls the game. Same as the world, I guess. The money controls the world. 420 swag YOLO. As we move into one of these important rounds where Vox are so close to tipping Regulators off the game, and Regulators are so close to tipping Vox over the edge. So crucial round here, and you can see how crucial it is because for the first time we have gone 30 seconds without someone dying in the game. It means the ante has been upped by both teams. They're being very cautious, very precise in the way that they want to attack this round on both teams. No one giving away that easy kill that Vox was, early on Vox was running someone up T-ramp and losing early players on T-side. You can see how disciplined they're being right now, trying to shut down these pushes. And the Ts aren't giving them an inch. They have got this default working well, not giving any indication which site they're going to hit, apart from me, of course, who knows with the minimap. As Justin finds a good kill. Sponge does damage as well, as it does, but Sniper's behind there. An excellent round with good coverage there. Classic communication there from Vox. And, Payback and Co just couldn't find an opening there. It'll be interesting to see what they change this round. They need to increase the pace, Regulators. They need to get a pick early in the round, then slow it down and play the numbers game. That's where they're really strong. And who's going to do it for the Terrorists? Who's going to get that kill?
Look, all odds are going to be on the Regulator boys now. We're 10-11 in favour of Vox Eminor. Vox Eminor once again stepping it up, playing extremely cautious but precise and making their shots count. Havoc with the opening frag onto Estillo. Once again, we see Regulators on the back foot here as it's 4-5 at the moment. And now we see the Regulator boys just opting to try and spread out around the map, trying to get that trade-off happening. But Top Gun just shutting down those chances. PeetyG lurking around underpass here with his teammates at the mid section with one at B Carpets. Bomb being dropped down at B Carpets as well. So it looks like the Regulator boys are going to send the 2 mid players, trying to get a pick and create some sort of diversion from the Vox Eminor players. And hoping to execute a strat, and there it is. Payback getting boosted into window, takes out Havoc unexpectedly. Now we're seeing the 3 versus 4. Can Payback do some more damage? No, his sponge is there to clean it up. And now we see the 2 versus 4 situation, and this is where Regulators, this is a position you do not want to be in, especially in a game like this. It's 11-10 is the score here. Not much difference in the rounds, but hey, you know, either this game could go either way here. Now PeetyG picking up a frag onto Top Gun. And now we've got a 3 versus 2 situation. This is going to be so crucial. These next 25 seconds left on the clock is going to be all or out. And wow, I started a little bit there, but nevertheless, Sponge and JKS know exactly what to do. They mop things up for Vox Eminor. This is it. 12-10 is the scoreline here in this first map.
This is the first sign we've had in this game, apart from early on. Vox was dominant early. Even though they lost their way a bit on T side, you know, going up 6-1, then falling behind at the end of the game, it really makes, you know, from their perspective, Vox Eminor have got the mentality that 6 rounds, it doesn't matter how you get them as long as you get them. As Justin could be on here for an eco slaw of all time, as he actually only manages to get one, often with a couple of power kills there before Havoc rolls in to finish it off. But you know, getting 6 rounds, even if it's the first 6 or the last 6 on T side, is still good. So Vox would have gone into this half with a lot of confidence, a lot of courage behind their strats, and we're starting to see them really open it up now. But yeah, I've been surprised with the level of success that Payback had on CT side with that LBWP, outpicking almost everyone on the Vox team. He's yet to go back to that, the AWP on T side, and I think that would be a sign of Payback and co not having a lot of money. But we'll see an A push here as all the grands line up and the flashes come over. Justin, 1 kill, will get 2 by the looks of things. Gets a second, jumping in the air. Justin shutting them down, random a little bit, but good nonetheless. And not even a look in for Regulators there.
So here we go, Regulators. Again, the attempt to set up and push into A side was quickly diminished by the likes of JKS and the rest of the Vox Eminor boys. 14-10 is the score. Now you could kind of sense Vox Eminor in a position to take this game away from Regulators with only 2 rounds at hand to play for. Regulators 4 rounds down already, but I don't know. We saw last game that Regulators made the biggest comeback. Can they pull this off again and push this into an overtime? Only time's going to tell, and I wouldn't put it past this team as they've done it before, and they can sure do it again if they're on fire. Top Gun with the picks up Sniper, so that'll be... Oh, Top Gun with the second frag. He's going absolutely ballistic here, shutting down Regulators' attempts to push into A side. So now we see the Regulator boys actually opting to go a different direction, away from Top Gun, knowing that he's just been a complete monster with that AWP. Regulators in a 3 versus 5 situation here are still holding up the play. They still have 3 AKs at hand. They can make something out of this if they play this round, the rest of the round out smartly. But Vox Eminor, you can sense that these guys are just, the crossfire setup and placements is just phenomenal on a next level. Off knee, picks up a frag onto JKS from Midcon. Now this is going to be testing for Regulators to keep up the pace here, but no, AZR with the flank takes out Off knee, and now it's down to a 2 versus 4. What can Payback do? Austillo and Payback teaming up, taking out Havoc. Top Gun smoked out, but AZR is there to back his teammate up, and he will mop up things for Vox Eminor. And now we see the scores 15-10. Vox Eminor 1 round away from claiming victory on the first map in this best of 3 grand final.
Yeah, and as we look down the scoreboard, Top Gun 20, Sponge 18, Havoc 18, Justin 18, and Azza 16, you can see that when you see an even distribution of kills like that, it hasn't been one bomb side failing and the other one doing well. No matter where Regulators have gone, the defense has been solid from Vox Eminor. So a good sign there, but you know, all is not over yet. Top Gun obviously with that AWP is very intimidating there in mid. But as we see, we might see some action here onto the B bomb site with Sniper coming round with bomb. Azza with the kill, but 2 kills here coming in from Payback and Austillo respectively. They do have the pain train going towards A right now. Sniper's got himself into a weird position with the bomb. He's going to try and drop it to short and then make his way. He's struggling to throw that bomb up the ramp. and the kill comes in from Sponge. So Sponge can win this round still. He's in a very good position. Can he make the kill? He cannot. PeetyG does what he needs to do, and all left up to Havoc, but it doesn't look like he's in a very good situation here. So I think, you know, all going according to plan here. They'll pull one back, and there it is. So Regulators, just there's no quit in them, as I said before. They're not going to lie down and give Vox Eminor this game, and really, really good work there from a few of them entering that A bomb site. You know, what do you think Vox Eminor will try and do this round?
Look, I think they might actually opt to do a bit of an aggressive play. The past couple of rounds, they've actually been playing extremely passive, and it has worked out for them. Using the team crossfire to their advantage, they're able to shut down any attempted push here. But this time around, Regulators are actually playing even more slower, but a lot more cautious. So in saying that, they'll run the timer down, but use that effectively. So for any last-minute peaks at certain corners, Vox Eminor will get completely caught off guard. Now what we see here, 11-15 is the score, but Regulators once again trying to take mid-control here, smoking it out, smoking window and smoking mid-con, and now opting to try and create a play. By the looks of things, often pushing through short, and I was going to say a bit of a split B push, but the bomb is actually at the back of B carpets. We might actually see a bit of a fake happening at B side and a push into A side, depending on the play. Havoc picking up a frag onto Payback, and this is it. Vox Eminor in a good position to capitalize, but often is there at short, doing damage on the B bomb site. PeetyG picks up another frag, taking JKS, the danger man, out of the picture, and Sponge with the lurking roll. The ninja roll picks up a frag onto Offnu, but it's still it's just too strong at the very end there with the next two frags, and all of a sudden we're seeing Top Gun in a 1 versus 3 situation. It is up to the big man himself. Can he pull off this 1v3 clutch and win this game for Vox Eminor? As he's making his way through checkers now, and the Regulator boys are completely surrounding him. PeetyG lurking around in checkers as well. So he's going to catch Top Gun off guard without him knowing this. Such a smart play here. Top Gun caught in the crossfire. Manages to pick up a frag on Estillo, but will go down and fall short. And now we're seeing 15-12, and here come Regulator boys once again.
Yeah, really good money position though by Vox. So Azza could in fact drop guns, and he will drop the CZs or the P250s. I'm not sure what he's dropping. It will be the CZs all over the shop for Vox Eminor, as they've already got the 15 rounds and their money situation is quite good. So even if they lose this round, they'll still be able to buy out the last 2 rounds of the game, and that should work in their advantage. So let's see what they can do here. But as we've seen all day, those CZs are so lethal, and every time Havoc gets another kill. And we should see a rotate onto the A bomb side here by the T's. They're taking control of everywhere, so we're still doing a great job there for his team. PeetyG chipping in as well. Sponge with that gun. I can't get over how good that pistol is, how good it is against head armor. But he will go down. But as I said, you can see the money now on the CT side. Enough to buy the last 2 rounds of the game, as do the T's. So we'll come right down to the wire here. Both ground rounds will finish off the game. Can Vox Eminor snatch this one away at the last second? But Payback has gone for the AWP, which I've been crying for all game, and Havoc's got the AWP as well.
Wow, so we're starting to see a bit of an AWP battle about to commence here. What looks to be at the midsection. No, that is PeetyG holding top and mid with that AK. And we do spot out JKS getting the opening frag onto Estillo. That's a good frag. That's a decent one that Vox Eminor needs. But Regulators, on the other hand, they've got 4 other players that are completely dangerous to Vox Eminor and could quite easily turn the tables here in this round. Vox Eminor, with the good start, need to maintain this in order to win out this last round in this this first map here. But we do see smokes and flashbangs going off yet again with the rotation from Sniper and Underpass with his teammates, and it looks like they're going to try and get a play happening at window. JKS picking up another frag in the background there, so now we're seeing a 3 versus 5 situation with 50 seconds left on the clock. Time's running out for Regulators. Vox Eminor edge their way closer to victory here. Sponge gets a frag on the PeetyG. This is it. Can Vox Eminor do this to win this final round here? Offnu, the danger man, lurking around window, gets a frag on the Havoc, is shortly lived as Sponge makes short work of him, and now it's left up to the last player, Sniper, in a 1 versus 3. No, AZR, too strong. Vox Eminor, the crossfires. It was all down pat, and We see the first map going towards Vox Eminor in a win 16-13. Close game, actually, for a first map, PeetyG.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be close, and it's turned out to be completely right. But look, Regulators can beat anybody, and that's what you need to realise when you're playing against them. Vox had a couple of good leads in that game, but that was when Vox were playing their best. As soon as Vox started to make little mistakes, Regulators got the momentum back and started piling on the rounds. So Vox have to actually play their best CS to beat these guys, and fortunately enough for them, they played 16 rounds of their best CS and got home in the end.
Wow, so now we're seeing the second map, Vox Eminor, off to a brilliant start in this grand final, but it is case, and again, I sense that this map could go either way, and I'm going to back up Regulators once more and say they might be able to topple over Vox Eminor in a close game, maybe 16-14 or something like that, but nevertheless, we'll more than likely see a third map decider, but you never know. Vox Eminor could step it up even further and just completely demolish Regulators on this map and walk away with the victory. This is going to be interesting, PeetyG. I mean, Regulators is quite good, quite renowned to be a good team on this map, much like Mirage, but I just sense that Vox Eminor with the new lineup might be a bit too much for Regulators.
Yeah, look, Vox are playing great, but again, I don't think necessarily there's such a big gap as we think. I mean, Regulators did get 13 rounds just then. I think for Regulators, there needs to just be a bit of a quiet conversation before this map just to say, look, what did we do well to win those rounds that we won versus, what can... Some players tend to look at, how did we lose that? We were in such good position. Whenever I lose a map and you're going into the second map, I always sort of look like, okay, we won 13 rounds. How did we win those 13? What did we do in the rounds we won that allowed us to be successful? And that, for the Regulators side, was getting payback that AWP and putting him in aggressive situations where he could get the first kill, and then they could sink back into that sort of defensive and aggressive play style that Regulators have sort of made their own with their own style. They're very hard to play against. So it's all, it's in Payback's hands. It's in, Sniper didn't have the best game then, although he got a lot of, cut a lot of kills at the end. He needs to lift for them to win, to get over this. When you're playing Vox, you can't have someone not playing well. That's the thing. You need to have all 5 players playing well every round that you're going to win. But certainly, I think the key for them, whether they start T or CT, is getting Payback involved and moving him around to the choke point that they think Vox is going to hit. So if that's on CT, that means AWPing B, then AWPing mid, then AWPing A, and moving him around. And if it's on T, give him the boost one round and then move him to the A site. Or, get him in the door AWPing. It's going to be how much impact can Payback have with that AWP that will, get them over the line in this map, I believe.
Awesome. We're just waiting for the rest of the actual Regulator boys to show up here. 3 are missing now, make that 2. Vox Eminor ready to go, and I cannot wait to see how, when this game goes live to see what the end result's going to be. Obviously, we're going to see a lot of down to the wire 1v1 clutch situations or something like that, which is quite often, but in a game like this, you can never predict, how players are going to be playing, especially at this sort of level, so... Yeah, really keen to see this.
Yeah, both of these teams have a good understanding of, what it means to have map possession. So different choke points, of the map. It's basically like a King of the Hill situation with a lot of CS areas. So who controls what and when is very crucial. And in this map, it's no different. If you have that map advantage in middle as terrorist or as CT, it's such a limiting factor for the other team because everything flows through mid. So you have to split A from mid and you have to split B from mid. So whatever team manages to take control of mid for the most rounds usually ends up winning, but it will be interesting. Will they AWP it? Will they play double rifle aggressively on mid? These sort of things are what it comes down to and why sometimes it's so difficult to be a caller at the top level. There's so much pressure on you to make the right read. People sort of misunderstand at times how hard and how much of a toll it takes on your fragging, which is why sometimes Sponge, can be lucky, but as I've experienced so many times, players like Sponge and PeetyG, who are the callers, when they're fragging is when they're unbeatable. When they're not fragging, they can still hurt you with their sort of intuition in their calling. So.
Definitely. Well, we do have 5 players actually joined up here for both sides. No, wait, we do have 1 player missing for Vox Eminor still. So just waiting for JKS to make the return, and we should see this game go live underway. Let's get some predictions happening in Twitch viewers. Let's see what you guys think, the outcome of the game, and what have you guys been noticing about these two teams, how they've been playing, and yeah, some intel from the community members would be awesome.
Regulators have beaten, Regulators have beaten obviously Vox before, and they played well last game. It's going to be a tough one, boys. It's going to be a tough one, but an exciting one.
Oh, definitely. We'll be getting pumped up as soon as this game goes live. I mean, the thought of just watching, like, as AZR, Havoc, Top Gun, JKS, like, just going at it. The 4 biggest fraggers in Australia, in the same team. It's just absolutely phenomenal. We do see the knife round going live now, so we do see Vox Eminor starting on the CT side, Regulators on the terrorist side, knife round commencing. Both teams will meet at the middle. This is the second map, DE Cache, who's going to take it out, and who's going to walk away as the ODC champions here.
Well, I think, though, Cache could actually be Vox's weakest map. So if there was a map where Regulators can come back and win, it is Cache. Remembering, Vox have been overseas a couple of times recently, but Cache is not actually in the map pool overseas. It's only in Australia that Cache is actually a competitively played map. So Vox's preparation on this map compared to the other 5 standard maps that we have is going to be diminished. So, if there was ever a time for Regulators to tie on Vox and put a lot of pressure on them, it is on DE Cache.
So here we go. The knife round was finished, and I do believe Regulators came out on top. No, Vox Eminor came out on top, sorry. So we see Vox Eminor starting on the CT side with Regulators on the T side. This is the first half of the second map about to go live. And this is going to be interesting to see what kind of pistol round strat Regulators pull here against a formidable Vox Eminor lineup. And who's going to be playing where. So the boys have now opted to do a bit of a split push at the start here. The Payback and a couple of his teammates are still leading the way into B Halls, into B site, and just the 2 players around mid. We do see some shots being fired. Sponge dropped down to 11 HP very early on in the game here, not doing any damage back, so pressure will be on him, but nevertheless action happening around the checker point in B on the B side with Havoc getting the first frag. Payback also trying to get a frag there, but JKS is too strong in the end. PeetyG trying to hold his own here. For Regulators, it is a 3 versus 4 situation, and now Regulators being completely surrounded by the Vox Eminor boys. AZR with that silence USP doing some damage now. Now left up to Estillo in a 1 versus 3. Bomb has been planted, but Estillo completely bombarded by the Vox Eminor boys. Will go down, and the first round going towards Vox Eminor. 1-0.
Yeah, Az has been strong with that USP all day, almost every pistol round. It's him lining up the opposition. No difference there, as the teams did a very good push. Worthy of note, though, they did get the bomb down, which means they will only have to eco this 1 round before they actually buy up with the AKs. You can see a full complement of Glocks on T side with just Ustillo and Sniper buying the grenades to try and get something going out of mid, as they're just going to charge and try and see what they can do here. Top Gun will be extremely on, as will Azza, but it looks as though the entire Vox team is sort of coming together and shutting down the T's, with Sniper finding his way into the bomb site as it goes down, but very quickly, as always, Top Gun on the scene, taking him down, and yeah, nice anti-eco there by Vox Eminor, but as I said, because of that bomb plant on the second round, the buy up, on the pistol round with the plant, the buy up by the T's will be there, and they'll have AKs and a full complement of smokes and flashes to go along with that.
Well, Regulators now opting to buy up AK armor with a couple of flashbangs and nades at hand. they do have the advantage going into this round with the better rifles, but the question is, are they going to be able to utilize this opportunity with Vox Eminor on the prowl once more with a couple of M4s there, silence the M4A4 with a couple of FAMASas, still under firepower, but enough to do some heavy damage and turn tables around when needed. So here we go, Regulators around the actual B horse here. Now trying to make a play into the B site. That damage given out by PeetyG is going to prove crucial for Regulators in this round, as Havoc is forced to go back and try and play from a more defensive kind of position with. Do have his teammates still stuck into the B bomb side. That is JKS still lurking around. And again, Regulators and Vox Eminor, none of the teams are overly peaking here. No frags being made. Now Havoc picks up the opening frag onto Offnu. So a good start to Vox Eminor. But to say at the least, Regulators are just swarming the B side here. But JKS, the man himself, and combined up with AZR, managed to shut down the Regulator boys once and for all. And now we see Vox Eminor 3-0 against Regulators. That buy round that they've just lost now, PeetyG, they're going to be forced. Regulators are going to be forced into an eco round here, and possibly a second one.
Yeah, that's what a pickup like JKS can give you. That small bomb site protection. You can just stick him in those small confined areas and just have a certain amount of safety where you know that the kills are just going to flow. But let's have a look at whoever's holding this A bomb site. We'll be lighting them up very soon. So Top Gun and Azza are going to be on here as all 5 of the T's look to make their way in. Top Gun goes 1, Azza goes 1, slowed the progress down, and this round should just peter out towards the end now with the T's being trapped on those Sniper. The shot onto Azza, Sponge with the response, Sponge with the second one, so even though a nice kill there by Sniper onto Azza, not a lot coming from this. And 2 kills there, but at this stage in the game, Vox's money already well advanced. So 4-0, but, you know, we were 6-1 up last time and 16-13 was the initial score. Regulators really good at working out, you know, what's going wrong and fixing their errors, so...
It's only a matter of time before Regulators actually work out a weak spot on Vox Eminors CT side here before they start actually taking opportunity and bringing rounds back, as we saw the last game. But look at this, Havoc using that smoke, pushes up aggressively, puts himself in a prime position, takes out a Stillo, but the payback, just getting the trade-off kill with that AWP, and once again doing damage for Regulators. It is now 4-4, make that 3 versus 4. PeetyG with the nice little wallbang there, as AZR just spots the top of Payback's head, now meeting the crossfire from Payback's teammate at mid. And we do see the bomb, Sniper carrying it, lurking around the squeaky door here, but there is one player being boosted onto the box right above Sniper's head. That is Top Gun.
That's such a Top Gun spot.
Pops the smoke at main A warehouse. And now we see the Vox Eminor boys slowing the play down with a 3v3 situation. Havoc picking up a frag onto Offnu. And again, Regulators on the back foot here. 50 seconds left on the clock now. They don't have a lot of time to play with. They need to start getting things moving here. Sniper just trying to edge his way out through that squeaky door. But not knowing where Top Gun is. Top Gun picks up a frag on the Payback before dropping down and taking out Sniper. So now we're seeing PeetyG in a 1 versus 2. Havoc and Top Gun, the last 2 players remaining. And PeetyG definitely in a situation going against some sharp players, but nevertheless, that's not phasing him as he's making his way through short, taking out Havoc and making this play into a 1v1 situation with 17 seconds left on the clock. Top Gun, the one-man standing, PeetyG spots him, drop down to 12 HP, and pressure's on. Top Gun feeling the pressure as well with that nade, nevertheless, makes up for it with a nice rifle frag. Ends the round with 3 frags, and again, Vox Eminor see themselves 5-0 against Regulators.
Yeah, a rare mistake there by Havoc, actually pushing into a very open, you know, not a very strategically advanced spot, getting taken down by PeetyG, leaving it up to Top Gun to clutch, but, you know, having that luxury is what being in Vox Eminor is all about. So, a good closeout there by Top Gun as he goes 7 for 0. Again, pressure on mid here by the T's, and they will try and get out and squeeze on the A bomb site through middle. And will they be successful? Havoc already taking one down. Azza spots them. He will fight them, but Offnu getting a bink there. Will they push mid? They do. PeetyG and Offnu doing the dance and getting the kill. Sponge, though, quickly onto Offnu, and it's all left up to PeetyG, who won't be able to take all that sort of damage. Going down to Top Gun's headshot. And Look, 6-0 to Vox Eminor, and you can see there that they're about 2 or 3 rounds away from ecoing based on the money of the players. So you see 3 Vox Eminor players there on a few 3K. So they do have a couple of rounds where they can afford to, lose, but you can't really afford to lose any rounds at this level. But their money's pretty sorted for the moment.
So here we go, Regulators now making the charge from V Horseman. Look at this, JKS and Havoc just completely dominating the Regulator push here at B side, and now it's left up to a 1 versus 4 situation. Again, Sniper on the back foot, manages to pick up a frag but will fall short, and Vox Eminor 7-0 against Regulators. Now we talked about Regulators making an epic comeback. At the moment, it just looks like Vox Eminor just steamrolling Regulators and looking to try and finish this game off in a convincing style.
Yeah, Back did get an AWP and did get up onto the boost last round and did get a kill. So, I mean, I've been here on Twitch all day and streaming all day telling the AWPers of Australia, please just AWP. Get your money sorted and get the AWP in your hands as much as we can. Although we do see Payback rolling around the corner with the AK headshot, but immediately you can see the pressure the Vox Eminor are putting on the opposition, getting themselves in a good position, although they've lost the numbers advantage, and Justin is on half health and in a precarious situation. But the strength of Vox is that they have players like Top Gun and JKS to help them close out rounds. And Sniper gets crunched there from Top Gun, and we see 1 player at each bomb site, but the T's will be pushing into A, and Top Gun won't see him, but he doesn't manage, he doesn't die, does a good job of staying alive, and will he take down Sniper? He does. And two there, and the bink onto PeetyG Kid. Top Gun again turning the round on its head. Justin JKS Savage versus PeetyG Kid in a 1v1 to get the Regulators side on the board. Justin gives away his position to PeetyG Kid with that flashbang. He does know he's pushing from mid, but he doesn't know how fast. Will he catch him off guard? There's PeetyG Kid. Justin playing the game that PeetyG Kid didn't want him to play, that patient game, and ends up taking him down. An excellent display there of retake, but that all comes down to Top Gun. Those 2 kills and the 3rd bink, and allows Justin to come in at the end and make the big plays.
So here we go, Vox Eminor 8-0 against Regulators. Who would have thought Regulators would be getting completely demolished here in this second map? Vox Eminor are clearly on a whole new level here. Now, for Regulators to try and win some rounds and regain some momentum, they have to create a play and make something of it. At the moment, they're allowing Vox Eminor to capitalize on those frags or those trade-offs, and allowing them to walk away with the rounds. But here we go, Regulators stepping it up once more. Now they've got the player advantage and are in a better position here to try and capitalize on winning their first round. As we see JKS in a 1 versus 4 situation, the last man standing for Vox Eminor. Now, questions may arise. Well, will he be looking to save his gun, or will he opt to go for a clutch situation win? I mean, the chances of him going for it are pretty high here, but he's getting completely surrounded, and wow, Regulators trying to push in on him, but no, JKS is not having a bar of it. That tricky little flashbang, will it work? Yes, it does. He manages to run out of bullets with the M4, but makes up for it with the CZ, and out of nowhere, takes out 3 of the Regulator boys and forces a 1v1, but time has run out, and JKS pick up the last frag against Payback. But even though around 1-2 Regulators, that's just demonstrating the level that JKS is at in Australian Counter-Strike. What a play by the man.
Yeah, definitely. Justin showing off all of his individual skill there with a couple of really good flashbangs to pick up kills as well as the spray control. He's playing really well at the moment, and I think Vox are feeding off that new energy that he's bringing to the team, as I said before. So, an extra round there by Justin, but Regulators are so close. And they're so close to winning rounds, they just can't manage to put a whole round together. They're playing good at the start of the round, all good at the end. They just can't get that middle section going. as Justin will go down to a trade kill. This is what I meant before. Regulators have got to start controlling mid a bit more to give them any opportunity to win this map. You can see the last round they almost won where Top Gun had to get those 2 kills. They had mid the whole round. Now they've gone back the last couple of rounds to not getting mid control. As Ofnu does get that headshot, so a very good situation here for the terrorists, and Ofnu, good disciplined play. The bomb is down, it is ticking. Top Gun will need to make the kill. Does not. Ofnu does it. But again, mid control there the entire round by Ofnu on the top of that, not allowing those quick rotates. It's crucial in this map, so crucial.
Here we go. We're going into another round here. 8-2 is the score in favour of Vox Eminor. Regulators bouncing back with a couple of rounds. Vox Eminor back into a save round with the CZ buy-up. And again, Regulators see themselves in a position to try and catch up on the scoreboard. But Vox Eminor, AZR picking up a frag with that CZ and now putting pressure back onto the Regulator boys. Once again, we see Regulators on the back foot, slowing the play down. And AZR picking up that AK, so now danger has arisen here for Regulators as they see themselves in a player ratio 4 versus 5. The bomb being dropped around the boost box area as Payback now makes tries to make a play happen, but that CZ doing some heavy damage, drops him down to 9 HP. Sniper on the lurkabouts, catching Sponge from being backstabbed there at mid, and now we're seeing a 3 versus 3 situation. Again, Vox Eminor in a good position with a couple of frags, but and an AK at hand. But again, Regulators making the push into B side in a better position to try and capitalize on winning this round. The bomb has gone through the vent section and now making its way to site, and already the Vox Eminor boys are swarming around the B side ready for this retake. Question is, are they going to be able to pull it off? Havoc edging himself closer around that connection bit at B. Manages to pick up the frag onto Payback. And now we're seeing a 2 versus 3 situation. PeetyG remaining still, but gets taken up by Havoc. And all of a sudden, we're seeing a 1 versus 3. Make that none versus 3 as Vox Eminor just clearly outclassed Regulators in that retake and managed to win that round. What a big play by Vox Eminor.
Yeah, Havoc played that really well. Gets the kill on the guy next to the generator. Gets the headshot in sight. Actually runs out of ammo with his CZ-75. Prevents him from getting the 3rd kill. But nevertheless, the pressure was on and his teammates followed in with those kills. Just at the moment, I'm just so shocked that Regulators, after all the times that they've played Vox and all the success that they have, I'm still so surprised that they're not really that keen to get the AWP going. And I think that, it's very easy to look at it and go, well, they're clearly missing Fake Dan in situations like this. Such a massive player for them in terms of AWP kills, as they will try and push into this B bomb site. And Justin doing the heavy lifting here again, as Havoc will have the opportunity, but Justin with all the kills, the mop frags, and quick as you like, snap your fingers, 4 of the Regulator players go down, and it's all left up to one member of Regulators to finish, and Sniper getting the kill, but to no avail. Yeah, it's just seeming so that Payback's been the man for them all day with the AWP, but when the game's been on the line, the money management there, you can see, Ofnu had over 8,000 just then and did not opt to drop the AWP for Payback. So, maybe they're not that confident, but, he's been doing so well. I just think it's their only sort of chance to get back into this game.
I couldn't agree more, but I think it's also the fact that, Regulators missing two key core players, in this lineup. You can kind of sense that they're a bit, on the edge here when coming into this game, as they've got 2 players filling in for him, so the chemistry is not going to be there. Unlike Vox Eminor, Top Gun with the AWP picks up a 2nd frag, just going ballistic before getting taken out by Ofnu, and already pressured back onto the A side. Now it's a 1 versus 2. Havoc, what can he do here for Vox Eminor as the bomb is going down? Sniper and his teammate is still at the last 2 players alive. It's still all the way back in mid here, so just making sure Havoc is not going to be on the prowl, trying to come from the behind, but nevertheless, look, that nade going off, finishing the round off, taking out Havoc. Regulators see themselves 10-3 with 2 rounds remaining. Question is Regulators going to be able to capitalize on this momentum gain and finish off on a strong point?
Well, we've been talking the whole game about how strong Vox have been. if Regulators manage to secure these last 2 rounds, a 10-5 half on Cache is very achievable for any CT team, so let's not count the chickens just yet. Payback finally getting the AWP, finally getting up mid, and you can see the effect it has straight away, doubling up there. I've been crying for it all game, he finally does it, and here we go. Payback really playing well with this, although Azza does manage to take him down, opens up the round instantly with that AWP, and now he puts in his team in a great position to win this round, as they've got the 2 CTs completely isolated away from each other. Azza at A, who does get the bomb down. That will be critical. Azza gets the second, and just a bit unraveling there for the T's. That's really unfortunate, because the bomb was in the site, pushed towards CT for some unknown reason.
PeetyG lurking around the mid-con section does catch off JKS off guard, so now it's a 1v1 situation, and you know, the chances and the hopes are still there for Regulators to win this round. It is a 1v1, as it is dropped on 22 HP, and PeetyG is absolutely, you know, on fire with his aim at times, and is quite capable of pulling this round away. Does manage to get the bomb down, and now Azza...
I didn't even know you could plant there.
That is actually a new plan, isn't it? First time I've seen it. But nevertheless, PeetyG does the job for Regulators, holding that line, playing it smart. Azza caught off guard. Now we see it 10-4 in favour of Vox Eminor. This is the last round. I was talking about it before, capitalising. It looks as if the Regulators are going to be trying to push for that strong finish when going into going on CTs in the second half. But again, Vox Eminor, not a lot of money to actually spend on. Will buy up everything they can in their power and give it their all in this last round to try and you know, extend the lead even further, make life difficult for Regulators.
I like the way, though, I've said it at least the last 2 maps. There's no quit in the Regulators team. They were down 10-0 or even 10-1 maybe. And you see now 10-4 scoreline. It's a huge mental thing. If it's 10-5, Regulators will hold tab and go, we can get these 10 rounds on CTs, guys. Don't worry about it. All we need to do is play the same game they're playing to us at the moment. But Justin getting 2 pistol kills here, turning the game on its head, picking up the AK, and I think he is still on 96 HP with full armor, so danger time here for the Regulators as they allow Justin to pick up 2 pistol kills, but Sponge and Offnu, they're working together, which is a good sign. They've got decent position in mid. Can they find an open frag? Can they find the opening that Vox Eminor just have not given them the whole time? Justin gets the 3rd kill of the round, gets taken down by Offner. It will be short-lived, though, I assume. The vent kill will go huge for Offner. 1 bullet headshot, taking him down, opens up the bomb site, 2 health. This will be a miraculous clutch for Offner. Not getting much bonus for being the last round. Azza, too fast. And Offnu, unfortunately, not a lot of time and nowhere to go. But, I just think that if Payback and Co could win this pistol round and get that AWP going early, this game could go down to the wire once again.
Well, look, we do see the scoreline 11-4 in favour of Vox Eminor, but yeah, like you said, I mean, that last game where we saw Regulators versing their opponent having a bit of a mind blank, where Encore, that was it. 11-4, similar situation on Mirage, but somehow Regulators made the comeback and ended up winning that in a double overtime. I'm not going to put it past these guys. If Regulators get their aim on the CT side, we can really truly see ourselves a game at hand. But nevertheless, we do see this second half going live with Vox Eminor on the T side and now Regulators on the CT side. The push is commencing on A side here with the bomb just charging through. Sniper trying to get some early picks here at Forklift, but is unsuccessful with copying a big drop down to 8 HP. PeetyG lurking around toxic barrels now, trying to get some frags happening, but Havoc is the first one to get the opening frag. Now PeetyG finds himself that frag onto Havoc, so the trade-offs will commence, and JKS will pick up a frag. Top Gun also demolishing one of the Regulator boys. That is PeetyG. JKS with the shot onto Sniper, takes him out of the picture. It is a 1 versus 2 situation. Often does find himself a frag, but can he pull off the next, pull away with the next 3 frags as well to win this round for Regulators, as they so desperately need a good start. But look at this, Vox Eminor completely surrounding Offnu. Offnu manages to take out JKS, but it's a little too late now. Vox Eminor see themselves in a anti-eco buy up against Regulators' complete save.
Deja vu for for the team Regulators, going down 11-4 first half last game, losing the pistol round again. Now, last game, they pulled away with an eco and then proceeded to get on some phenomenal tear to bring the game back close. Can they manufacture that sort of brilliance again? Only Payback with that CZ. The rest of them have gone on full eco, so not a lot of hope as Justin instantly erases that thought and takes Payback down with a headshot. Sponge working his way into the bomb site with a couple of teammates. Very carefully here. Will not see
Oh, sniper!
CT and Sniper getting a kill. But I don't think it will be to any avail as Havoc getting a shotgun headshot right onto PZ Kid. Yeah,
Wow.
that's going to give Havoc a lot of money as he opens up with that. So being able to avoid those CZs, but it'll be interesting to see, will Regulators push on with the Famispy, or will they elect for the full eco? They've gone for the middle ground. The CZs are all up and ready to go. So strap yourselves in for another exciting round of CZ Counter-Strike.
Yeah, exactly right, Petey. But with Havoc with that auto shotty, I can only imagine some ridiculous plays being made here in this round, as we do see the Regulator boys now making a charge, one of them being PZ Kid pushing into main warehouse. Again, JKS with the first entry frag onto Payback, so another good start for Vox Eminor in this anti-eco round. Often they pick up a frag on the Sponge, but before getting quickly traded off, and Havoc once again with that auto shotty catches PZ Kid off guard, hiding in the smoke there. All of a sudden, we're seeing a 1 versus 4 sniper, the last player alive with the CZ Sid, and he'll be shortly lived as Azar manages to take him out. 14-4 is the score here. Vox Eminor 2 rounds away from completing this game and winning this grand final. I can't kind of feel bad for Regulators, but at the same time, you can't help but think, you know, that Vox Eminor, do we see themselves, see this team, this lineup for the next season of CG coming? Do we see them going next level and completely whitewashing the whole competition undefeated?
Well, it may be a possibility, but we got to remember that last game, Regulators got 13 rounds. So even if Vox are making that jump to the next level, that's good for everyone in Australia, because it means they'll pull everyone along with them as a bunch of other teams fight for supremacy for that top spot.
Awesome. Here we go. Now we're seeing a 2 versus 4, and it looks like the Regulator boys managed to pull off with quite a few sick frags there, and turned the tables around, now putting themselves in a better position. But it is JKS and Havoc we're talking about, the last 2 players remaining for Vox Eminor, so Regulators have to be so careful. There's still an off-net tag teaming up, and that is a good round for Regulators to win. 14-5 is the score, but we do see Vox Eminor in a position to rebuy once again. Question is, what will Regulators do in this next round to try and force some pressure, or put some pressure back onto Vox Eminor and regain some momentum here? As it's still an opposite buyer for Mars, so a bit unfortunate with the money situation, but nevertheless, it is it's giving his team a chance here to try and win this next round.
Yeah, definitely. There's nothing taken for granted here. Every round is absolutely crucial for Regulators as well as Vox, as they don't want to let them back into this game at all. But Justin putting the hurt on Sniper after he gets one. As, getting that kill now, this is a really good setup here for the T. Justin getting another headshot as the CTs try and work their way back into the bomb site. Justin with the good positioning here will not get onto Ofnu, as this is a 2v2. All to do for Yostillo and for Ofnu. Sponge takes him down. What can Ofnu do? He will cop a 1v from Havoc, as Vox just show their strength there, rolling into the site. The lack of preparation I was talking about on Cache, non-existent, as they look nice and fresh, running into that side, taking them down, and the game on tilt now for Vox Eminor.
Yeah, I feel a bit, it's a bit unfortunate to see Regulators, 2 of the main core players actually not in action with them, and Regulators in search of 2 new players. I mean, it does leave an opportunity for players like Sniper to maybe jump on board with Regulators, but you never know. And with the 2 players missing from their original core, you can see the score tells the story here. Regulators getting completely chopped down here. Vox Eminor just going a whole new level. 3-5 is the player situation. Again, we do see Regulators on the back foot here. Are they able to make a play though? With we've got the one player playing aggressive vents. That is Sniper lurking around. Vox Eminor lining themselves up in an attempt to execute or set up an execution on B's site. We do have the one player. That is PeetyG rotating from A's site now, so we do have the Regulator boys already teaming up, but wow, Offnu taken out by the likes of JKS ever so easily there, and now it's a 2 versus 3. Make that a 2 versus 5 to 2 versus 4 with PeetyG picking up a frag onto AZR. Now Sniper on the reply here, Sniper going big, picking up a second, and now we're seeing a 2 versus 2, and what looked to be like a round all over for Regulators has now turned the tables, and here we go. We have a game on our hands, but JKS is still lurking around. Sniper will go down to JKS. The man steps it up, and here we go. GG, 6-5. Vox Eminor are your ODC champions in this competition.
Yeah, well played all day to Vox. Justin really stepped it up in that last game. I don't know if anyone noticed. He bought AK no armor just then and managed to get 4 kills without losing a single hit point. So, yeah, he's just playing at a really good level. But Vox Eminor too strong for everyone today. But a good showing from so many teams across so many different games, a range of skill sets on display here. And, man, I'm exhausted from the amount of close games we've had all day on Team Down TV. It's been ridiculous.
Oh, you and me both, Petey. I think I'm going to have a long, hard nap after today's performances by these teams. We saw at the start of the day, Lowenball and Vox versus Vox Gaming. Vox Gaming making a big upset win. And then they saw the likes of Dynasty toppling over Encore, and just from there it was just like game after game after game, just classic clutch, real high intense pressured games, and that's what Australian CS is all about, and that's what we need more of. Is just teams putting in their hard yards, sticking together, and just performing so well in these games, no matter whether you lose or win. It's just all entertaining for us viewers and casters. So I do thank the teams that do give us those games. It's really appreciated. So you got any last minute comments before we actually call it a night?
I'd just like to shout out to absolutely everyone who tuned in today to watch. The more viewers we have on these streams, the more interest we get from sponsors. If you've been around the traps as long as I have, you know that every little bit counts for the growth of CSGO. And no one wants the game to grow more than a lot of people behind the scenes, like, Talnoy and the immunity organizations. Shout out to them. All the players in the top teams that, really prepare well. They're happy that their game's being streamed. Shout out to Cyanide, Team Down TV, yourself, and yeah, it's just basically great. So much action coming out of Oz CS again. Because at the start of Go, everyone thought it was the rebirth of Australian Counter-Strike. We went through a bit of a rough patch when Vox looked unbeatable, and because of the dedication of the community and its players, we've seen Vox go down a couple of times in a couple of comps, and it's really revitalized the entire scene and made everyone feel from grassroots right up to the top level as though it's a game worth playing in Australia. So yeah, just a great day, and I thank everyone for being involved, whether you're a spectator, organizer, admin, or player. It's a great show for the scene.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cyanide, yeah.
On that note, I think we might call it a day or a night, whichever you want to do it. So as Petey said, thanks everyone for tuning in. Don't forget to follow us. A lot more CS to come. Congratulations on Vox Eminor. Really, really strong there in the end, and we got to get going. We do actually have another stream coming up for some World of Tanks, so we need to get moving here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for everyone tuning in, and we'll catch you guys next time.